Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ismam Fatin Zishan and my metric number is 195747. Today, I'll be presenting about my final year project proposal, and the title of my project is Mobile Fruit Recognition, and my supervisor is Dr. Fatima binti Khalid. Okay, for project information, there has been a lot of study on fruit disease detection and recognition, but there have been a very little study on the vision-based fruit recognition system, particularly for local fruits. And object recognition and detection is difficult task for the field of computer vision. Several types of images processing methods have been used in the past to study the pictures of fruits for the purpose of object recognition. The accuracy of the object recognition is enhanced by the using deep learning models in this task when we have a large number of images. The goal of the project is to detect fruit name and enhance the accuracy of detecting the fruit correctly using deep learning algorithms. And for the system scope, the system will learn to detect the fruits and will be able to detect 9 common fruits, firstly, namely the pineapple, apple, durian, mango, orange, grape, guava, banana, peach, and avocado. And it will it will learn itself on the way from the images that the users will take. From the user scope, for the user scope, the target users of the project are the potential farmers and other regular users who needs to identify the fruits and its related information. Okay, for the problem statement, most of the existing mobile fruit recognition application cannot detect local fruits accurately. There is no mobile fruit recognition application that uses deep learning algorithms, and there is no mobile applications for farmers and general users to detect the local fruits. For project objective, we have to develop a fruit recognition mobile application that can identify the fruit's name, and the design of the model that will use machine learning or deep learning algorithms in mobile fruit detection application to develop a mobile application where the system will show the accuracy rate of its detection and show the correct fruit's name. Okay, here for the methodology, we'll be using the agile model to develop our project, and for the requirements, determining the requirements of the algorithms and tech stacks for the fruit recognition application. And then we'll go to the designing part where we will design the mobile application prototype, and then we'll forward to the development part or developing the actual mobile application, and then we'll move forward to testing for testing the functionalities of the mobile application, and then we go to deployment to deploy the mobile application for the users to test, and then we'll go to finally go to review to get back feedbacks from the users. And here is a flowchart of how the fruit recognition system will capture image and process image, and then training of the fruit images and features extraction. And then it will train classifier, and then the classification, and then the accuracy calculation, and the final step, it will show the name of the fruit. Okay. So as a literature review, there has been a lot of research work on that has been done based on the fruit disease detection and recognition confined their work for only fruit recognition, whereas very few works have done based on computer vision based approach for fruit recognition. And conventional techniques have been used to recognize fruits in the past. A fast and accurate object recognition method, which they used especially for fruit recognition environment. Conventional techniques were based on one or more basic features that characterize an object: color, shapes, and texture, and intensity, causing performance limitations for the mobile environment. And for machine learning technique, to process the images that have used two algorithms like combination of colors or shape analysis and edge detection, whereas edge detection was not very successful. Newly used machine learning vision approach for recognizing apple fruit under the neutral luminance. So to process the images that they have used two algorithms like combinations of colors and shape analysis and edge detection, whereas edge detection was not very successful, as I mentioned. Okay, for the literature review, we have in the literature review, we have similar applications on Play stores that use the recognition techniques to recognize objects, and there are not lot of applications that are used for fruit recognition. Uh, so leaf snap is a kind of similar similar recognition technology, and it does not recognize fruits, but it recognizes leaves and trees, and it can be very useful for recognizing trees. But it cannot, as a disadvantage, it cannot use the fruit recognition technique, and it is very often shows the wrong results, and doesn't update the database also. So another app is fruits and vegetable identification and scanner. And the advantage of this application was found that it can detect the fruits, but it can be useful for common identifications like apples, pineapples. So the number of the fruits was very limited, and it cannot detect all kinds of local fruits, or it cannot learn itself for not using the deep learning algorithms. So for the disadvantages, the application had very limited fruit detection, as I mentioned, very often shows wrong result, and accuracy level is not very good, and the accuracy level was less than 90%. Okay, so here are the tools and languages we'll be using for our project. The ideal tool of the project would be Flutter and OpenCV, because the project will require to recognize fruits images, and mobile application need to be modern and elegant design. So the main developing language will be Python for OpenCV, using OpenCV library, and Visual Studio Code as an integrated development environment, or IDE. So here is the project timeline of our project. So for the project, we'll be collecting the ideas from supervisor. Then the title project of the will be finalized. Then user requirements determined, and project proposal draft was written, and project proposal draft is now corrected according to supervisor advice, and proposal is now presented, and proposal will be revised, and then proposal will be submitted, and low fidelity prototype will be designed, and high fidelity prototype will be designed afterwards, and research on project development is now carried out. So here is the project timeline on how we'll be making the application. So in the first iteration, we'll be changing the requirements determined, and high fidelity prototype will be designed after that, and the first version of the proposed system will be developed, and proposed system will be tested afterwards, and then it will be launched to the users for their feedbacks to be collected. And the second iteration will just follow the same pattern as the first iteration, and for the third beta iteration as well. As I mentioned, the project will be developed by the agile development process model. So this is the process we'll be following throughout the semester to build the project. And for the documentation part, it will be thesis draft will be written, and then the thesis draft is now will be corrected according to supervisor's advice, and final version of the thesis will be written, and final version of the thesis will be proposed system to be submitted to supervisor and coordinators. Okay, so here is the expected output for the project, and The project is carried out to develop a mobile application that can detect using deep learning and machine learning algorithms. The project is believed to be contributed to the community by helping the farmers and general people to learn about local fruits and their names. Moreover, the system can be trained learn about the fruits and local area, which can be served for the database in further research purposes. So that was all. And here for the conclusion, this project proposes a fruit image recognition method that takes a basic feature information like color, shape, and texture and converts it into a code that can be used as a search key for the fruit database. The application will recognize the fruit in this project by using a deep learning algorithm to predict the name of the fruit database on its image. After successful training, the mobile application will be will be able to correctly predict the level of the fruit. Okay, here are the reference I used for making the proposal. Thank you very much.